Okay guys, here are we to do a quick tutorial or a video about the typing and managing summoner spells on game. It is one of the most important things that you probably only see on really high elo and pro players do, but it's something everyone should do or get the use to it, especially supports, because it's really crucial information, especially flashes. You can also time very important global ultimates like Nocturne's ultimate, Shen ultimate, Gangplank ultimate, Karthus ultimate. Those kind of global, really important ultimates, or Soraka one, you should have a list. I should put on the description all the ultimates you should be careful about besides summoner spells, and knowing its cooldown at level 11 and level 6 at the very least. So you can time those as well, because, for example, Shen ultimate and Nocturne ultimate are super important to know when you want to go for a play. Or when you want to overextend for a wave against Nocturne, or if you want to go and kill someone, and there's Shen ult, and you underestimate it, and then, yeah, the fight turns to be really badly. So it's summoner spells and those really important ultimates. So you might know that, yeah, the first thing is you gotta enable the timestamps. I already talked about this in a video, but if you didn't see it, you just go into settings interface, you go to the chat and you enable show timestamps, so you're able to see at which time did the message got typed. Flash summoners are 5 minutes if they're using the rune, if they have CDR boots or they're using the Cosmic Insight rune, the cooldown is gonna be lower, so be aware of that. But usually it's 5 minutes, and so it's pretty easy. You ping my flash, let's say I just flashed, you see it was on 221, try to ping the flash as soon as possible after you see it. If you saw him flash but you pinged like 10 seconds after, more or less, you just do the math counting as 10 seconds less. So you would do, okay, top F or F top 727. Now, this is a good way to do, but this is not the best one, especially when you're counting multiple flashes. Let's say the enemy bot lane flashed at the same time, and then after a minute the jungler comes and flashes as well. First you're gonna say ADC F ADC soup. You type, let's ping once. Okay, the ADC and support just flashed, then you're gonna flash, or you can do ADC soup F. People will understand it, and you don't even bother doing the 2 points, just write it this way, for example. People will understand what you mean. So just type 8:20. They know they're gonna have flash at 8 minutes and 20 seconds. And then you press Control A to select everything, and Control C to copy it, and then you press enter. This is useful because when your team pings a lot on the way and stuff, and they start typing, you lose the track of the sums. Let's spam the chat a little more. And so by having this copied, you can also press chat, Control V, and enter, and keep this so the team always is aware of this. If you guys don't know Doin B, he does this a lot, where he keeps spamming the summoner spells. And now let's say that the jungler flashed on our line 1 minute after. What you say is Control A, and then you add up jungle F 920, because it was 1 minute after. And once again, you press Control A, Control C, enter, and you keep spamming it. Now, how about when the ADC and sub flash already came back, but you still want to make sure? And let's say now the top F is at 1050, and you select everything. Now let's say it's already on 9 minutes, or it's already on 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and botlane has sums now. What you do is you press Control V, and unless you have a 60 or a 40% keyboard, you should have these keys that I'm about to show. The delete, the insert, the end, and the ohm. You're gonna need these for this process of deleting the info that is no longer relevant. So when you want to delete the ADC and sup F because it has already been, the flashes are already up, you press, if I'm not wrong, you press ohm exactly. You press ohm and it comes to the beginning, and to delete backwards, you press delete. I'm doing it with small clicks, obviously, but you could just, for example, if I type it again, ADC sup F, okay. The only thing you would do normally is just press ohm and then press delete until you get the jungle, and once again you could click Control A, Control C, and spam it. And now let's add mid laner F, mid F, just flash at and it's gonna be back on 1240. Control A, Control C, spam it again after a few times when you no longer see it on the chat, so everyone keeps knowing it. And then when you want to get rid of jungle F, because it's already 920, Control V, press ohm, delete, Control A, Control C, and enter. It's very important, and it's going to help your team a lot. Support especially should have this kind of mindset every game, and the more you force yourself to do this, the more it will become an automatic process and thought that you do during games. It's very important. And the same should be done with Shen R gonna be on 3012, and you add it up. Just make sure you put the Fs so people know it's the flash, or if it's ignite, put EGN or something. Those summoner spells, usually not everyone tracks them, only like experts, I say, because it's kind of hard to do this already with just flash. But if you want to track the other spells, make sure to do it as well. And when you flash at the same time as your opponent, let's say I'm top lane and I flash, my opponent flashes and then I flash right away to kill him, just make sure to remember his flash is going to be at the same time as yours. And you can say that on the chat, and then after, when you come back to base, you time it properly. And that's it. That's another quick tutorial or helpful video, I hope so.